Hey guys, today I'm gonna explain 5 techniques to make your videos more creative by using a gimbal. For making this tutorial I have the MOZA Air. I've recently been using this gimbal in my latest project and I'm quite satisfied about it. The overall impression of the MOZA Air is quite good. This gimbal feels very solid and the materials well done. In my opinion, one of the most important factors when you have to choose a gimbal is the weight. I usually spend many hours working with equipment in my hands and I need to be as light as possible. The MOZA Air weighs approximately 1.1 kilos, is a bit more than my previous gimbal, but still good and less than competitor products with the same payload capabilities. I like to have a simple controls, and on the MOZA Air you get only 2 buttons, the power and the joystick. When you are shooting, you are concentrating on the camera, and having so many buttons on the gimbal simply distracts you. I had only one issue with this gimbal. The 2 buttons are too close and sometimes when you are shooting you can press inadvertently the power button, shutting down the gimbal. Before starting, it is important that the gimbal is correctly balanced. The factory settings that you get with the gimbal sometimes are not the best for getting some smooth footage and you need to tweak some parameters. By using the mobile app I made the response softer and I have reduced the motor strength just enough for my Sony a7R3. Okay, now that everything is ready, let's go! I love this trick. When I'm shooting with the MOZA in follow mode, I can still use the joystick to customize the angle of the camera. My creative shot tip is to start filming with the gimbal in reverse, in the opposite direction of your walking direction, and perform a complete rotation until pointing it forward. A nice feature of the MOZA Air is called the INCEPTION mode. You can rotate the camera by 360 degrees on the roll axis. My suggestion is to use this mode using a high frame rate, 100 frames per second for example, and use the speed ramping to create an even more strong effect. Why only use a wide lenses your gimbal? I rather prefer to use some telephoto lenses like the 85mm. Using these kind of lenses allows you to get some nice parallax effects and also to make your shots more dynamic. Another interesting functionality is called the Sport mode. You just need to keep the joystick pressed and the gimbal will become more responsive. Having the gimbal more responsive also produces more vibration, so it doesn't have much sense when you are using the camera at a standard frame rate. Instead, if you set your Sony to a higher frame rate, like 100 frames per second, you can do some interesting movements. For example, you can pan very quick your camera while the subject is still moving slowly. This is the most used techniques in my video. Having a lightweight equipment allows you to connect a monopod, and you can create the classic movements that usually requires a big and expensive crane jib. Well, I hope you'll find these simple tips useful for you. If you have another techniques to suggest, please let me know about it through your comments. I invite you to watch my videos and to discover how and when I apply my techniques into practice. You can find the links below in the description. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye!